What's up? What it do? It's your boy Bama Soul reporting live. I'd like to welcome everybody back to my channel. If it's your first time, make sure to hit the subscribe button. That way you can get notifications every time I do a video. You can stay tuned on all the new sneaker releases and all the upcoming news. Today we're gonna be talking about a couple of my recent pickups. It's been a busy week of releases ever since All-Star Weekend, as we all know. Not to mention, this weekend we do have the Jordan 13 True Red Chicago's coming out. OGs, definitely a hot pair, definitely a nice pair to have. You know what I'm saying? I remember being a kid seeing MJ play with these for the first time. So definitely looking forward to those. We do have an in-hand look on those coming up for you soon. But as I say, today I just came, talk about some of the most recent releases and pickups that I did pick up myself. So let's get to it. First off, we're gonna start off with the Jordan 3 Levi's collab. I do. This is the indigo pair. Definitely a nice pair. Threes are one of my favorite silhouettes. You know what I'm saying? Had to cop these. I've been wanting to grab the All-Star pair, the All-Star exclusive. I haven't got my hands on those yet. Hoping to still get my hands on it. I'm trying to work a trade or something maybe. I know prices started out around 800. They got down in my size till say maybe 430, 440. I was hoping they was gonna come down a little bit more, and I looked the other day and they got all the way back up to about 585, 600. So I'm hoping to maybe, trade a couple pairs or trade a pair and put some cash with it to get it personally in those. Cause I definitely like that pair. Again, threes are my favorite. I just don't want to pay that much, come off that much cash, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to work something out on that. But this is definitely my next favorite out of the pack. As you may have seen in what I was planning on doing with these, some of the pics from All-Star Weekend when they had the laser machine and they were de-stressing the pairs. I definitely want to do that. I think that gives it a nice look. I do like them like this, but to me, it just gives them a special touch. But I mean, it's definitely a nice shoe. It does come with your red laces, your white laces. Got your Levi hang tag. White Nike Air on the back. Definitely a nice pair. Red Jumpman on the tongue. It was one of my favorite pairs out of the set. Up next, I did grab my personal size 11 Jordan 5 Wolf Grays. I did have an in-hand review up a couple weeks ago on an early pair that wasn't my personal size. This is my personal size 11, so definitely had to grab a personal. Man, it's such a nice pair. I wouldn't mind having a double up on these. Definitely a nice pair. I mean, everybody's seeing the demand, the hype. Everyone was outside for these. It was a must cop. One of my fave pairs that I probably see that released this year. So definitely was glad to get my hands on these. Also, next up, my personal pair of the Union collab. Big shout out to my fam, Cam out in LA. I was able to get on the in-store raffle and get this pair shipped to me. I didn't hit on the online raffle, but I did hit on the in-store raffle. Also, big shout out to my buddy down there. We've been tapped in for a while. You know what I'm saying? We made some connections. Sometimes it's not all about, you know what I'm saying, what you know is who you know. So sometimes you just gotta tap in with somebody. Relationships is key, especially when it comes to the shoe game. But this is definitely a nice pair. Varsity red pair. Quality is nice. As you can see, got the embossed fragment. Man, definitely nice. The quality. Definitely be putting these to toe. They do come with the other laces. I'm thinking about going either with the white, black, keep it classy looking. You know what I'm saying? But quality wise, definitely a nice shoe. You know, price did drop. It may not have did what some people thought they were gonna do market wise, but to me, especially to be able to get it for retail, you know, retail plus, you know what I'm saying, shipping and then getting it shipped to me here where I am. But I mean, you can't beat the price. Definitely a pair I'm gonna put to toe. I really like these. You know, you got the exposed foam on the tongue. I will have a more in detail review coming up on these. But again, here's another look for you. This probably was my favorite pair out of the pack. I would like to get the Royal pair. Prices are going up on those. They got down to about 400 on my size. I almost pulled the trigger. I didn't. Man, they got up to about 575. They are on the way up. So if you haven't jumped on those, you may want to think about that. You know, continue to look at the market, but in knowing some of those sizes, prices have been going up in the past couple of days. But again, this was probably one of my favorite pairs, and it's definitely nice. Nice leather, you know. One of my, that's another cop. Next, man, Air Max 95 Neon. On this pair, this is I did go half size up on these. You know, on 95s they do fit a little snug, so I went with 11 and a half instead of my size 11, just to have that extra room and comfort. Because I mean, this is a pair that I plan on wearing almost every day, you know, daily pair, you know what I'm saying. Beaters, I wouldn't mind a double up because you know when these might come out again, but you know what I'm saying, this is one of my favorite pairs. Like any 90s shoe that come out, it just always bring out that nostalgic feeling for me. You know what I'm saying, especially seeing some of these shoes as a kid. You know what I'm saying, you may not be able to get them. Then, you know, they might come out of a re-release another time. You may not be able to get them. So when you're able to get your hands on some of these shoes, or if you have them the first time, you know what I'm saying, you don't have that pair no more, you outgrew them where they were beat, and you're able to get a fresh pair, just always, you know, bring that feeling back, take you back, you know what I'm saying. Like I say, with any 90s shoe, it's always a nostalgic moment. You know what I'm saying, I was able to get my hand on a pair of these last year. You know, they were price were a little more steeper on these because it was only 10,000 pairs to release. But I definitely still had to grab another pair when these came out this year. One of my favorite Air Max ever. Probably one of the most iconic Air Max ever. You know, these going straight to toe. Matter of fact, as soon as they came out, I threw them on my feet for a minute just to make sure that the 11 and a half fit right. You know what I'm saying? They felt great. So probably put these on this weekend, and next time I get out, definitely gonna be getting my wear out of these. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my Jordans I don't wear as much, but these, definitely gonna get my wear out of these. Looking forward to it. One of my favorite pairs of all time. You know what I'm saying? I love gray, the suede, the neon. You got your big bubble. Can't go wrong. One of the best Air Max ever. And the last cop that I got so far, the last couple of weeks, got my personal size 11. On these, you know, they brought back the face box. I remember this boxes, you know what I'm saying, when I was younger too, back in the day. You know what I'm saying, I'm an 80s baby, so, you know, I remember seeing I remember a lot of the retros the first time, being in elementary school, seeing MJ play on the court, you know, so I remember some of the older boxes. I remember having the retro cars, even though this is a newer colorway. And this is definitely a fire pair. In my opinion, this may be one of the best pairs to drop this year so far. Possibly they be in my top 10 at the end of the year. The Jordan 4 Lakers, man, got that nice luba, got the little backstroke. I love this color. You know what I'm saying? It does give you Travis Scott vibes. If you were to look at these and you were to look at the, you know what I'm saying, some of the purple Travis Scott pairs, for these to be $240 retail, where I'm at, because we have 9% tax, with $240 retail compared to paying $30,000, $40,000 for a pair, you can't beat it. I mean, I do plan on doing, maybe rocking the yellow lace swap. I saw some pictures with the yellow laces, so I definitely plan on maybe doing the yellow lace swap. I do like them with the black laces. I do like this look. You know, I'll rock them that way also. Also, maybe with some white laces. It just depends on the fit, you know, but definitely a nice shoe. You know, I will have a more detailed video coming up for you. Look, but man, the yellow Nike on the back, forget about it. This is probably like in hand one of them, you know what I'm saying, one of the nicest shoes that I touched in a while. You know what I'm saying, just quality wise, the feel of it. Just, I like that look. You know what I'm saying, a lot of people say it may be harder to rock purple. I did have the Purple Canyon 4s, if you remember those. You know what I'm saying, a year or two ago, with the orange hints and the green on the bottom. I wore those. You know what I'm saying? That was a pair I liked. I did happen to get rid of them. So when I seen these were so much. Even if I would still had those, I would have grabbed these. But this is definitely a pair. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of ways you can rock it. You know what I'm saying? Without having to wear purple or yellow, you know, you just gotta swag it out, you know. But definitely a nice shoe, like I said. Possibly maybe on my top 10 this year. Again, there you have it. Drop down in the comments. Let me know which of these is, you know what I'm saying, which of any are some that you cop, some that you would like to cop, some you plan on copping, you know. Drop down in the comments. Let me know which one you like the best. Again, you know what I'm saying? These are all my personals. Got a shoe addiction. I'm sure many of you do too. It's just one of them things. I've always been in the sneakers, you know, since, man, I remember being, ever since I can remember, you know, like first grade on, I've been a sneakerhead, you know, so it's just one of them things. A lot of people just like the outfit. A lot of people start their outfit maybe from the shirt, from the pants. My shoes where my outfit started, so, you know, it's just one of them things. But again, just wanted to stop by, share a couple of my favorite releases that's came out. Again, drop down in the comments, let me know if you copped any of these, which pairs you like. Which ones you like the best. Until next time, make sure to like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned in for all your sneaker news and releases. Again, I will be dropping individual detail in-hand looks of these, so you can get a better look if you see a pair that you like that you haven't got a chance to get yet. I will be coming back and we'll be talking about, again, the Jordan 13s coming out this weekend. Also, this coming up, we do have 3s coming out, so we're going to talk about those, see how y'all like those, if y'all feeling those. So make sure to stay tuned. Again, it's your boy Bama Soul. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Until next time, I'm out.